Hello and welcome to Yarnchix Podcast. My name is Mimi and I am a podcaster who talks about knitting, crochet, sewing, mending, quite a bit of toy making as well, because I like making for small people in my life or the children of friends or family members. So I have finally recorded, or I am sitting down to record a podcast episode, and it's number 69. My word, I've been around. Thank you for finding this corner of YouTube and tuning in. Get a drink, your project of choice, and let's chat. I usually always include this little visual medley so you know what's coming. It's at the end of the filming process. I will basically film all the projects. That's all it is. I'm super happy to record a dedicated Magic 3 Mile podcast. It's a make-along that I've been hosting for several years now. I think it's 8 or 9 years. And we craft for little people. And in the last couple of years, we've also started to create sets of 3 for ourselves. So in general, the idea was to craft for small people in our lives or friends, or to donate, or generally it's a lot of gift making happening here. And we make sets of 3 with tops, bottoms, and a toy or accessory. And I especially love making for babies, or gifts for babies. So I'm actually focusing on that quite a bit this year, and not for myself, but for friends. And I also really enjoy that we've started to say we'll make a mama set. So quite a few of us are parents, but you're welcome to join in even if you're not a parent, because this is like an open to all craft along, and also open to all crafts. I generally knit quite a bit, but this year I'll be crochet and sewing. Fingers crossed! Like forever I've been dreaming of making a family quilt. You will see it feature in the sets I'm planning. So I'm planning sets to be gifted, and I'm planning a me-made set, or a set for myself. And we'll see how it happens. The craft along usually runs 1st of May till 1st of October, and that's what I've set it up for. So we've been kind of sharing our plans and ideas already over on Instagram with the hashtag Magic3Mile 2025, and you're very welcome to check out and join in that hashtag chat. It's generally a really friendly group, and I loved finding out that there's already 2 podcasts up, one by Wooln-Hearted Fran, shared her project plans, and Laura, who is under Eagle Mountains, 2 very close and steady magic 3 mile craft along friends. So there'll be a little bit more chatter about that in a bit. For now, I also wanted to let you know that we welcome any double dipping in that craft along, and it is with pleasure that, as every year, I'm double dipping with my own second craft along in summer, which is Linnumuka knit along. Linnumuka knit along is a knit along for the linen yarn from my workplace. I work at a local yarn store called Vollen, and we have our own yarn that is 100% linen. It's called Linnumuka, and yeah, that's a process-based craft along. So we run from 1st of April to 1st of August, and just share our ideas and projects. And I draw a winner from all the posts that have taken part. In the end, there will be a really cool little thing on 21st of June, so watch the space or watch the Vollen Instagram if you want to find out more. And I generally got a double dip because I knit so much with Linnumuka. So I decided to start with my Linnumuka projects, then show my drawings of the sets that I'm planning for Magic 3 Mile, to conclude with a little bit of acquisitions from Woolly Good Gathering. I went to Edinburgh early April and had a little bit of me time, as well as lovely gathering and meetups with my friends, both local to Edinburgh, but who'd also travelled there to see the festival. And it was a really good thing for me to, it was rooting, it was difficult because of the time I've had this winter. I found it really hard to get into that kind of joy pocket of my soul. I found it really hard to allow myself to have that fun. I was really honest in my Vlogmas, and I had intended to podcast much more and vlog a little bit further. But I think actually there was more other projects to do with kind of the grief that I have encountered in my life. So with a little bit of content warning, you can go back to all of the previous vlogs and films you can see on my channel to find out more. I don't really want to talk about it now, but I wanted to say that in the end, day 2, and I was much more relaxed into that, filling my own drawer of hope and love and care and crafting helped me through it. So, well, we're not through it ever, but with grief it's like, you know, pockets of healing and pockets of it emerging. And so I think the grief re-emerged with this trip in a way of like wanting to share with the people I was missing, but then I was sharing it with people I usually miss in my day-to-day, and meeting up with them and being held by those was incredible. So I'm really grateful I managed to go, and for everyone who said hi and connected to me, and yeah, for all the conversations we've had. Inspirational for sure. I will chat about that at the end for the knit reportage. It's a tiny glimpse because I filmed quite a lot in the shape of a vlog, which will be shared to my Patreon page this month. So I have edited like day 1, and I will upload it in the next couple of days to Patreon. Go check out my Patreon page. I have blogs, vlogs, and letters that I send out. I'm working on that. I produce a zine, and that goes out to the top tier every time it's finished. There's one coming, like very soon. I keep promising, but it will happen. And to just say, that is a place where you can support my podcasting. In a way, I have set up Patreon so as to finance all the time editing, and also to share my art with people in this kind of ready, get going way. There is a monthly newsletter, and you can sign up to all those things through the box below. So let's get going. With lino mocha, I realized I have 5 lino mocha projects. Works in progress, a finished item, but also like swept up from last year. So I've started working on a test knit, which is this. And I keep wearing it, so it's a bit crinkled. It's the Through the Light Scarf by Alessandra Grapazzo. I will put the link below down. I will put their Instagram handle down here as well. And we used lino mocha with 1 thread. I don't think I have ever finished an item with 1 thread of lino mocha. Look at this little kerchief, like scarf. Oh god, it's so pretty. I intended to wear it a bit like this. Or obviously I wear it around my neck. Like so. And it's just really nice and light and airy, and I love the colors. I love how exciting it was for my brain. It took me a while to learn the pattern repeat, but I got there in the end and I really like the result. So I have a finished item, and I'm going to try and create a set around it for a child, but I haven't done that part of the double dipping for that, because alongside of it I was working on a garter project as well. So I'm going to show you the second lino mocha project. It's this. So it's a question of how I want to hold it up, or how to do that, because it's an absolute mess right now. Hopefully it works. Yeah, I have a safety pin through the middle because that's how I thought I would help myself whilst knitting onto it the back. So this is the Parachutey. It's 2 colors at the front, and I'll share some pictures of like holding up the 2 different colorways. Lithuanian blue and Japanese red, Japanese sunset, one of my favorite colors. And then I started knitting the back, striping lino mocha and chocolate with the Snow White colorway. Then there comes a point where you knit together the back and the front. And now I'm really glad I'm podcasting, because I gotta show you what happened here. So what you do is you knit it together, the front and the back. And I accidentally joined into the armhole, but upwards rather than downwards. So I've got to take all this apart. That's like about 12 to 20 hours of knitting, because it took me twice to actually start it, like with getting the right side and the wrong side. And maybe you see it like halfway I realized something was wrong, but I didn't realize what was wrong, so I started knitting on the other rows and started to connect it on different rows so as to make it like prettier. But anyway, it was a complete mess up. So this is non-functional now, because basically I'm like going opposite to, oh, now the stitches are coming off, but I guess I can pull the needle out now that I've shown you it. I'm going the opposite direction. So if you have the armhole and the kind of the thing coming down here, I was joining upwards rather than downwards on the side for a whole weekend. I was traveling, and then I did that, and I thought I was alert enough to understand what I was doing, but I totally wasn't. So if I was to turn, I'm going to take this safety pin out. I don't know what I've done. I can't get the safety pin out, so I'll just have to show you like this. I was going to turn it inside out again, because now kind of the inside is on the outside. I'll have to frog everything that I've knitted to the front panel, like, and then I'll have the trapeze of the back, and I can restart that. And this time I'll just really have to focus on going in the right direction. So it's like a focus task. And then I worked out, you know, it's still quite a lot of a distance to go. I was trying to get there like really fast, but that's what happens when you try and get somewhere really fast. You like, knit the opposite direction. So these things happen, they happen to all of us, and I had a whole phase in winter where I was like knitting forwards and backwards, and it does, you know, provide me with some topics and time. You know, I knit for knitting, so I do not get like hyper frustrated. It's just like, oh well, okay, I've done that, so consequences, frog, and you know, reattach. Another Lino Muka top where I don't even know where I am at, and I can tell it's extremely square. And a little bit tangled, which happens with Lino Muka. It does happen with Lino Muka. It's 100% linen yarn. It's a little bit tougher, but most of the time, as like with the Parachutey, I'm holding 2 threads, so held double with a 3mm. In this case, I think a 2.75. Yeah, that's true. Look, so I've done the front. It's on a cable, like a little tube, like stitch holder tube, and now I'm knitting on the back. And yeah, I have a little way to go, and I think I realized I will repeat the pattern again because it's pretty square, and I don't know, it looks pretty big. I have to check in with this one. The fun thing though with it is that I'm using Kitsgan Lino Muka, so it's like a hand dyed linen, so I have these really cool speckles. I love that. And I'm holding it double with the green cardamom color, so that I only have to use one strand of the speckled hand dyed, and the other color is the chocolate brown. Again, so I've got 2 projects with chocolate brown in it. So that's a bit of a check-in. With this one, I'll have to assess. So next time I'll be able to show you more. Hopefully a finished Parachutey, and I will have untangled and restarted the, oh, what was it called? It's, I'm going to just put it down here, forgive me. It's been a while with that one, as it has been with this, the overlay bag. One of the last pom-poms, actually one of the best pom-poms ever, came with this little bag pattern, and I have sewn together the squares of the front. This is crochet, 2 strands of Lino Muka with a 2.0mm needle, and yeah, I have come that far as to sew together the front and the back panel. They will be attached with side panels, and they'll have this really cool like fold out kind of stretchy side panel. I have finished, oh, and I haven't got it here, so I have finished one of the side panels and I'm currently working on the second. Then you give it a little bit of a framework where everything is kind of crocheted together about this width, and then it's like 2 straps. But yeah, so that's also almost there, and I started it last year, so I really want to finish this bag. My friend Anda helped me with the overlay colors and choosing like what these 2 colors will become if they were printed overlay, and you'd think it'd be like if you were to like mix them up in the color pot. Obviously the orange would have gotten lighter, but in overlay printing obviously it gets a little bit darker, so I needed my design friend to help me work that out, and I really love it. Then you have 2 more of the same panel, and you attach it to the inside, so you have these small pockets like for your key or for your phone. I think it's super, super cute, and I can't wait to get crocheting again with this one. And then, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 Linomuka projects, and the 5th one is the biggest one. I have to actually stand up to show you. This one is these are my disco pants. So I'm gonna have these like really cool trousers made from linen, and yeah, with dropped stitches. And I keep, let me try again. Yeah, I think I should just go for it. I should just do this whole like let the stitches drop thing. For that, I have to recount where actually are my stitches to be dropped. So I should really get going with that one. I was just trying to show you a bit. It's a bit difficult. It's not much work, you know. It's using Linomuka with 3 strands, a very nice dense gauge, and I'm using a 4mm or 4.5mm 4.5mm needle. I think I have to do 3 or 4 more rows, and then I was gonna block it and then work out how to drop the stitches. So I should be getting going with that so that I can wear it. It's quite cold in Berlin, although it's mid-May, so hopefully by the end of the May it'll be warmer, and then, you know, having full linen trousers will be extremely fun. They're very kind of festival going disco pants or disco trousers. So you drop the stitches, and so you have this kind of see-through fabric. My decision was to only drop like 3 stitches on the sides, as in to have like the 3 stripe kind of style from that other brand. I'm gonna see how that works, and I'm just a little bit scared. Full disclosure. My lovely friend Lika sent me the skein of royal blue because we'd run out at work, and a new order wasn't in sight. The new orders are only arriving this year, so last autumn she sent me it, and then I realized both the legs were different lengths, and that I got really scared of the drop stitches, and there was all these life changes, so all of a sudden I wasn't actually finishing it. So about time. Okay, that was really long Linomuka knit along check-in. To wrap up Magic 3 Mile 2024, I still have to tell you the 3 category winners. So every single category, like tops, bottoms, and toy or accessory, has like a price that I gift to those individual categories. So for example, I have like a little pig that I've knitted as part of a set last year, and I haven't really got a child who's adopted it yet, so I was thinking to gift that as one of the prizes. There was one year where I made a toy for each single category, but I won't be able to do that. Then there is actually a statuette calendar that I've made that I will be gifting to the mending set, and then there is a little surprise for the bottom set. And oh god, yeah, I had like a prize, like the new zine and like things from my own shop that I the new item I made this, you might have spotted it. This little progress keeper is on this work. I'll just show you because I'm so proud of it. It's this little ice cream cone progress keeper I'm going to send one of those and the zine to a winner as well. And I'm super glad to say that last year we didn't have many participants, but we had amazing participants. There were some really cool crafts, and I thought with the category winners I didn't want to make it all about it being a finished set, so they're a bit out of the kind of usual way. So without further ado, I wanted to say that Pence Tangled Hands, who also contributed a lovely prize to the big overall winner, which was Xenia. Her account is this, and the set was really lovely. It was drawn by random numbers. I always do that from all the finished flat lays. We draw an overall winner, and they get like a parcel of all these treats that I love receiving all the sponsoring for. And there's some handcrafted stuff people send. There is some, I don't know, just craftily treats. I think Xenia was a very deserving winner last year. And for Pence Tangled Hands, I want to give the toy category prize because that was just beautiful. I especially love the three little cats, how they're sat, and there's like a little reel where they're all like going on a train trip. So I'm going to put the picture up here. This is the winning toy. Then for the winning top, I chose a hat. It is from Avenaya. So Marisa, who is Avenaya Yarns, has the winning top category, which was this hat here. It's a barbel hat, you know, with the little sheeps. It's really famous. I think it was a Donna Smith design years and years ago for Shetland Wool Week, but it's an oldie and goldie, and I just really love the rendition that Marisa knit, so I wanted that to be the top category winner. And then Fran will be the bottoms category winner with this little doll sleeping bag. I think Fran was really busy last year and didn't take a picture of a full set, but I really loved this picture of the little sleeping bag, and I know Fran's excited to join in, and I have something really special to send out to Fran, who is Wound-Hearted, and yeah, I recommend her podcast. Go check it out. Fran often also supports the Magic 3 Mile, and it's just, you know, nice to see all these posts in the thread, even if it wasn't like a finished flat lay. You know, I realize you're all thinking along and dreaming along and making along anyway. And for the Mending Mountain category, which is like using up scraps, mending things or upgrading things, I wanted to give something to Ursula, who is made this cool collection of things for a doll. Well, there's an insect flying, but yeah, so this is the picture, and I'm gonna send a stash event calendar because I think you're gonna maybe you'll use all of that. Last but not least, in the Magic 3 Mile world, I wanted to show you some of my plans, some of the finished items, and some of the works in progress that I'm working on alongside the Linumuka ones. There is, you know, the Parachutey's part of a set that I drew last year and I'm going to continue working on. I finished a cardigan from my me set from last year as well, which is this. It's the Yves Cardigan by the Western Sisters, and I used a beautiful Ponyon Soske colorway from Big Little Yarn Co. And I had to change the gauge for the sleeve. I think that was the swatch story from last time, but don't quote me on it. It's been a while. I think it's worked out really well. So the gauge of the sleeve is very different to the gauge of the vest part. I love the ribbing in the empty bucket colorway. And I love the softness of this. It's the sock yarn and 2 strands of like alpaca called Alva. So a yellow and cream colored one, and I think it kind of matches. And it's kind of nice how the finer speckles of the sock yarn meet these rougher speckled of a DK. I think it was called a worst white. I don't see it on Melanie's web shop anymore, so I think it's a discontinued base, but it's a DK weight in my book. It worked out really well for this, and I wore it quite a lot at Woolly Good Gathering, and yeah, I got good comments on it, and got most comments I got for wearing this. My Paul Klee sweater, which I was wearing this morning, but it did get warm. Midori Hirose pattern. I think it's a finished object in podcast episode 67, so you can go back and check it out. But I got lots of comments for this one. I wanted to show you some of my sketches. So this year I'm making quite a lot of really small wet makes, and I have actually got a little cast on from this weekend. It's the Ankers bonnet by Petite Knit, and I'm using Kitsgan, sock twist, and the beautiful Späti colorway. Yeah, I'm having super fun making these really tiny little things. This lives in one of my own project bags with the 2, so it has 2 separate bags, so I can have alpaca fluff here and sock yarn there, for example, when I hold things double, or when I work with Linumuka, in my Linumuka, then I have one bowl of Linumuka there and one there, because I'm often hold Linumuka double, so it's a really practical bag for that. So that was from the set. I want to make a pinwheel romper by Ainur, and I'm crocheting a blanket. I've already started crocheting the blanket, but I can't find the square today, so that will be something that I have to report back on. But I'm using this kind of green color, and it's going to be very checkerboardy, so there'll be a pink and a green and a green, no, a pink and a green and a pink, a green and a pink and a green, and then again a pink, a green and a pink. I don't know if that makes sense. I just envision it that I have to make 9 squares, so let's see if that was going to be big enough. I love this kind of like look, you know, of these really square and pastel colored colors, and I want to actually make a family quilt in this kind of just small but not tiny squares, and then like it's going to be a big blanket. So that's the idea for this one. I haven't started, and I'm not sure about the design, but I want to make like a family quilt. So this is like a Magic Mama set, and I'm gonna make finish my Fest Vest. So I've been working on this Fest Vest since the Fest Vest Along by Isabella, and again I've made a vital mistake. Is I had to fudge it. I had to kind of just add lots of stitches under the arm, because I forgot to keep the stitches for under the arm. I just made the side, so I guess one of these sides is a little bit bigger than the other. I wonder if I can fudge it, because otherwise I'd have to undo all of the front and obviously the 3-needle bind off, and so I wonder if I can just fudge it and if nobody will ever know. I guess I should block it to know if I can do that. Yeah, I love this. It's like an oversized vest and these really nice neon pops of colors from Stash Event, which is our annual swap of Stash countdown calendars that we make for each other. And I got all these treats, and I found some more in my stash, and this green is a present from a friend, and I used her kind of scheme of if you use a lot of green, you don't use any blue. So I think I'm doing quite well. Hardly any bluish shades in here, which is difficult because I love blue. So yeah, so that is another work in progress. So you see, I'm like well into it all. Last but not least, I wanted to show you some of my Woolly Good Gathering acquisitions, and I will draw a tarot card just for fun. I don't know, I haven't made up a question this time, but I want to draw a card. So without further ado, my acquisitions. This is my bag of treats. One of the first things I bought was this Yves yarn. It's a lace weight, and I'm thinking about making either a Pilika vest by Rosa Pomar or her Abusto vest, and holding something else with it. So it's not enough yardage for a whole sweater. I was thinking to use it as a pad again with a chocolate lino mocha for a ranunculus, but I have approximately 700 meters, so I think it won't be enough, but I think it will be enough for a vest. And it's really earthy, and I love this kind of tweed, so let's see if and when I will use that. Then this is Chimera by River Knits, like a Mal Magic. Apparently they're one of the first to do this, like marled skeins, almost like hand spun style, but made in a really small mill. River Knits are based in Wales, I think, and this is 100% Blueface Leicester, and I absolutely love this color. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I absolutely love the colors. And then I bought this. And let me put this aside, and this aside, and this, for making a Jodie turtle. So this will be like the tortoise shell. It's Fenella by Susan Crawford. One of my favorite stalls. I really loved seeing all these like classic designs, and I think this would be a really great tortoise shell for Jodie turtle. And the little triangular scarf will be some plant dyed woolen flower. It was so lovely to see Jules. Look at this red. I love it. It would be like a tiny little scarf for a tiny little tortoise. I had to couldn't go buy Kinross 4-ply because it's so soft, and this royal blue is just kazing. I love it. And this is After Party by Yarnchix. Absolutely love these colors. I think I'm going to add them to a color work in a sweater. So I'm going to find a really basic color and just make this the kind of pop of color. So it's like a one skein. It was a very much one skein of each thing's kind of festival for me. Same from Berlin Yarn Company. I bought one skein each. Absolutely love this color combo. This one is called Ladies Bed Straw, and this one is Cowrie. Hebridean and Cheviot. Oh, these colors together. So something stripy. I guess maybe it could become a stripy kids thing. It is quite rustic, so I think probably, to be honest, I wanted to swatch for myself and then maybe purchase in the future. I don't know. I just really love these colors together. I think I'm gonna do something stripy with that. Then I was mega lucky and they had more of the ultra. I'm actually knitting. Where was it? I'm knitting it. I was knitting on it the whole time, but I've decided against it. Look at this beautiful lace yarn and lace pattern. It's a blouse, and I'm just worried I'll felt it. It's too summery to wear in winter, but the yarn is too warm to wear in summer. So I think it was like the match is not 100% right. So my swatch story is actually a big piece that I like re-knit because it was way too big, and it's still a bit big, and so the sizing is off, and I thought because it was a lace I would definitely meet it, but look, this is the smallest size. It'll definitely fit me, but I think I want to make either another, this could be the main color for another one of these, or a really cool like hat, like a really huge lacy blanket from this. Anyway, now I have lots. I bought lots more, and yeah, I'm thinking out loud. I bought this last year as well there. I didn't buy this year, but absolutely love it. It's from Madill. Absolute favourite bags. Yeah, so all of this can live in there, and then I can make up my mind. That's future music. For now, I wanted to also show you a little quilt my friend Laura gifted me, and I'm going to use it as my tarot card little surface. Isn't that beautiful? And she quilted a little circle in the middle. So for me that means it's me, my partner, and my children. I think it's a really, really beautiful mini quilt. Thank you so much, Laura. I love it. Okay, I'm going to pop that down and do the... Oh, sorry. The light is a bit yellow. I'm going to pop the little mini quilt down, draw a tarot card, and then we'll melt into the knit reportage, which is glimpses from Wild and Woolly 2025 from April, and more of that as a travel vlog you will see at my Patreon as a vlog. I just kind of sharing some glimpses and highlights, but there's like kind of chatty moments and much more detailed footage coming to Patreon. I'm so glad you had a moment to sit with me today, and I hope to see you very soon for Yarnchix Podcast number 70. Oh my lord! I'm gonna use the Pagan Cats deck, and I'm gonna just pull a card to guide me, and I hope it also guides you in some way. Look after yourselves, and I hope you have lots of lovely crafting dreams, and if you have any comments, thoughts, questions, you can always reach out to me either via Instagram, Liebed, or Yarnchix Podcast over there. Down here in the comments, I love receiving comments and finding out what you like about my stuff, what you're making. If you're joining Magic 3 Mile or Lina Mukakal, I would love to chat about that. And yeah, it will also be nice. You're warmly invited to come over to my Patreon. That is an open door there. I always share like a monthly what's coming to the page, so you get a little bit of a glimpse as a public post, so you kind of know what's happening. Much love!